where was the next excavation region? We found something strange when we were looking for traces of the ancient arcane weapon. The bones of a giant creature. Given the size of the bones, it must have been as big as Corell's flagship. We've never seen anything like this before. I ran a search on the Albion database, and it came up with a match for an animal called the caligo. Carbon dating results suggest that this caligo is from the same era as the ruins of the ancestors. That makes it the oldest organism ever discovered in Albion. Same thing with this. Carbon dating shows it's from the same period as the ruins of the ancestors that are around here. The excavation team and I think that these bones are somehow closely related to the arcane weapon. And they both existed in the same era as the ancestors. Maybe that means something? Maybe the ancestors used them for an experiment or something? I'm sure we can come up with several plausible hypotheses. I think we should also notify your guide, is it? I'll contact HQ and have them send the info to your receive.
The caligo may be from the same era as the ancestors. Must have died out before I was created, as there is no information on them in my database. Or access to the information may have been secretly blocked. There's so much I don't know yet. I wish we could find data that I don't know or don't have access to. Then I may understand the real reason for my existence.
Footsteps I could hear. It was you. I'm so glad. I couldn't concentrate on anything because of the Vulgus. Maybe they're throwing a party or something. I want you to wreak havoc on them. Really boring, and now they're suddenly really active. Watch out! Get out! That seems to be one of the Vulgus who started this horrible party. You should take care of him. Still noisy. You gotta keep moving if you're gonna ruin someone else's party. Hold your ground.
Mech change.
That must be one of the party goers. Take care of them. The party's almost over. Keep dancing.
Vulgus are storing resources in several places. What do you think is more important than Calico bones in this region? Steal a sample from their storage so I can analyze whatever it is that they're stocking up on. Ah, isn't that a Vulgus transport ship? Be careful. We're fine. You can stop worrying about us and finish the operation.
Load.
Okay, move the sample to the supply box. Damn it, Vulgus forces have appeared. I hope no one gets hurt. The Vulgus went that way. Be careful. Although, come to think of it, isn't this an urn?
Don't get lost.
We have to succeed no matter what, if we want to widen the gap between us and them. Sorry, not a good time to make jokes.
Come on, out of the way.
Our supply box is waiting for the sample to arrive. We extracted the data as quick as we could and found out that they were also storing Calico bones. Now I have to try to figure out why.
Found it, finally. Hurry, get the guys and come here.
All right, Luna. But before we go, there's something I want to share. Do you remember the bone sample we took from the Caligo? A small amount of RK has been detected on it. It's strange. Ancestors aside, how can RK be detected on the bone of some giant organism I have never heard of? I cannot be sure, but there's a good chance that the ancestors used the Caligo to test the RK weapon. Based on the data on the Caligo that we received through the Isiv, if we estimate its original size based on the size of the bone, its bone density and composition, and assume appropriate muscle mass to support this, its body would be comparable in toughness to that of a colossus. A Caligo like that would have been the perfect subject to test a weapon of such immense power. This is only a hypothesis, but it is the only conclusion that I can find when applying the calculations. We will need additional data in order to replace or confirm this.
Guide, I understand that we have to move quickly, but I'm sorry, I can't. I'm feeling dizzy from all those sounds I was exposed to. Everything sounds like noise to me now. I don't think I'll be able to handle a cave, or somewhere where everything echoes.
Luna, return to Albion now. I'll take care of things here.
Hello? I believe your thrusters have overheated. If you can't fly, you know you're about as useful as an empty tin can. You should have an ace fix you up before you break completely.
You're right. My thrusters as well as my suit are at their limits. Guide, look after the kid. Luna and I will head back.
All right, Kyle. Please take care of Luna. We'll investigate here. I can detect RK even from the entrance. Do you really think the ancestors experimented on this animal? I wonder if this is why they created a weapon using RK and tested its power. We've delved this far into the past. Time to discover an ancient secret. I know the Vulgus are also desperately investigating this place because RK can be detected here.
Come on, out of the way. This is awesome.
Unlike other locations, there are many broken bones here. I think there may have been a conflict at some point. I will check to see if I can detect substances other than RK. locations, I can find nothing other than RK. Given that only RK can be detected, perhaps the weapon did not use RK solely as the power source. Perhaps it was used for the attack itself. Why did they have to build such a powerful weapon? I want to know. If there were any ancestral facilities still remaining, we would have been able to look for those records.
Give up.
Less from a Descendant. Lord Corel needs your arcade to obtain the last Ironheart. Come!
The Vulgus also discovered the existence of the RK weapon, and figured out that they need RK to activate it. Wise to order Luna and Cal to return. If either of them had been killed by the Vulgus, they would have been used to activate the RK weapon. These are the ruins of the ancestors. They're connected to the place where the Caligo is buried. It might be evidence that they studied the corpse firsthand. If anything remained to be destroyed, they could have continued testing its destructive power. Descendant, the enemy is sending a high-voltage electric current to damage the ancestor security protocol. Battery algorithm analysis complete. You must destroy the enemy batteries in sequence. Second enemy battery confirmed. I will try to remove the security protocol.
Begin tracking.
Is the battery that important? Are you afraid of me?
The removal is almost complete. Descendant, destroy the last battery and protect the data. Security protocol removed.
Welcome, Descendant. This Ironheart needs arcade. You should be honored. Your arcade will be used for Lord Carell's grand plan.
Loading.
Guide code activated. 30% of data records accessed. Analyzing security data. Analysis complete. Descendant, I have discovered the goal of the development of the RK weapon and how to use it. The RK weapon was created to destroy the Red Sphere in order to destroy the Ironheart inside it. Permission to control the RK weapon has been granted only to me. I don't know why this is, but we should focus on the operation for now. The RK weapon is hidden beneath the Mirage Stone. As I can move the weapon, let's join forces with HQ and carry out the operation together.
Got a question about the operation? Welcome back. I've read the report submitted through the Assive. Only the guide could handle the RK weapon. She didn't know anything about the Calico, but she has access permissions for the RK weapon, which is powerful enough to kill a Calico. It's a little suspicious. But we have a more important matter at hand. We must obtain the Ironheart. Now that we have everything we need, all that's left is to go all out. We've already loaded a tactical armored vehicle with the material to pour over the Red Sphere. But there's a problem. The substance is highly volatile, so Kyle and Luna are escorting it, carefully. This slows things down, of course. While they're escorting the tactical armored vehicle, I need you to clear out all the Vulgus from the surrounding area. We must create a secure environment to get the vehicle into position.
Once the special material arrives safely, we can move on to the final stage of our operation. When the chemical reaction changes the surface of the Red Sphere, that'll be our chance. We must activate the RK weapon at that moment. Once the Red Sphere is neutralized, we only need a small amount of RK to retrieve the Ironheart. But even though we don't need a lot, both Luna and Kyle's RK has been severely depleted. Descendant, you're the only one who can activate the weapon. I know it'll be physically demanding, but it's a critical step to accomplishing our goal.
I need you to focus on the mission more than ever. Go to the Agna Desert and complete the assignment so that the tactical armored vehicle can get into position safely. Let's show those bastards that this victory will be ours.
Hey, this is Reyna. We've detected unidentified phenomena around the Red Sphere. The floating stones are moving. Requesting reinforcements.
Don't worry, it's just the guide. She's moving the floating stones so we can approach the Red Sphere.
So, the guide really does have control. The situation is favorable, for the moment. We have to hurry.